They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
First carry now for Pierre Strong. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. You look at this Browns defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Powers through it. And they'll get 80 out of this before being stopped at the 28. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown game.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 in the first. Here's Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Browns at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
3rd and 2, Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down.
First down, Raiders.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Oh, wait a minute, they declined it.
Makes no sense, right? They just gave up a big yardage play, right?
And now it's going to stand. Well,
the only thing I can think, someone is mad at their own defense, and they're trying to teach them a really, really crazy lesson.
A run on first down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Browns! David Njoku with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. And it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And it's caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Jacobs is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. So it takes him just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by the defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Second and 9 now. And got his man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They'll look to throw again. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his... But I think the ball's out, and this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery, but on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. They get 11 there on 4th and 10. Didn't get it by much, but it is a 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
He's got daylight. He's still on his feet. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Harris Campbell, 75 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. We haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction? Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Back to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. He's got Hamler on the out route. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 2nd and 6. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
With the quarterback down there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Raiders first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense, just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Here's Watson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Well, looking deep here for Flowers.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some. It's a big play there for Vegas. 58 yards.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's White. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
A loss of 3 brings up second.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Browns 7-yard line.
This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. Touchdown, Raiders. Zay Flowers, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
That's everyone. 54. Another timeout.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Able to fight through one tackle. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down. Now a give to Jacobs running right. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 5.
Now Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Watson. He's got his running back out of the backfield, and he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Browns. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Browns are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. the touchdown. Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
2nd and 1. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Back to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Flowers going to go in motion right.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time of what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown.
2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Raiders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Josh Jacobs with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. So how about this start to a year? Fantasy owners take note. 2 rushing touchdowns in the opener. 2 more here in week 2.
So a nice pickup by 2 entities. 1, this team for making sure they acquired this guy. And 2, anyone who plays fantasy who has him on their team.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley.
And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
3rd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Jacobs, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
And Watson's going to throw it here.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the gun, here's Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Paris Campbell, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
56. Raiders 30. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Fighting his way through contact. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
It's a gain of 20. First down.
They go play action here on 1st down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Throwing now, Watson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the red zone now, Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Cleveland, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week.